Fee. Say, my name is Fiona, but I'm rotten. Like, completely rotten. Um, really rotten and loved. Ain't that right, baby girl? Yes. All right. So let's see where we're at on our book of devotions here. All right. So last time we read Mary, Martha, and Lazarus. Tonight we're going to read Vision on a Mountain. And we might do that in the Prodigal Son. Okay. All right. Many people had listened to Jesus teaching them about God and seen the wonderful things he had done. Jesus asked his 12 disciples, "Who do the people say I am?" "Some say you are John the Baptist, come alive again, and some say you are a prophet, perhaps Elijah," replied the disciples. "And who do you say that I am?" asked Jesus. Peter answered at once, "You are the promised King, the Son of God." Jesus was very pleased with Peter's answer. "Peter, you are blessed, for God himself has given you this understanding. You are the rock on which I will build my church," he said. Now Jesus could prepare his disciples for what was to come. "Soon I shall have to go to Jerusalem. There they won't accept me as God's king. They will try me, condemn me, and put me to death. But after 3 days, I will live again." What happened after 3 days, Logan?
He rose again.
From the
dead?
That's right. Is he alive right now?
Yes.
Yes, he is. Then he warned his disciples that they too would have to suffer. "Anyone who follows me must give up the riches and comfort of this world, but they will be greatly rewarded in heaven." About a week later, Jesus took Peter, James, and John with him up high on a mountain to pray. Suddenly, the three disciples saw Jesus change. His face shone like the sun, and his clothes looked as white as snow. Then, two other shining figures appeared and talked to Jesus. They were Moses and the prophet Elijah. The disciples were terrified. Then a bright cloud drifted over the sky, and a voice said, "This is my son. Listen to him." The cloud passed, and the disciples were alone again on the mountain with Jesus. As they walked down the mountain, Jesus said, "Tell no one what you have seen today until my Father brings me back to life again after my death." Now, this one is called The Prodigal Son. It's one of my favorite stories, and we're going to read that one too. Okay. The Prodigal Son. Jesus was talking to some people when a group of Pharisees joined the crowd. They muttered to each other, "Why does this man keep on talking and eating with the people he knows have bad ways?" Jesus heard them and reminded them, when only one person is sorry for the wrong things he has done and wants to obey God, there is joy in heaven. Then he told them this story. A rich farmer had two sons. One day the younger son said, "Father, half of everything you have will be mine one day. I want you to give it to me now." The father was very upset by his son's demand, but he did as he was asked. He counted out and gave his son a great deal of his money. A few days later, the son rode away to a distant city, taking the money with him. There he bought expensive clothes and jewels, a big house with lots of servants. Night after night, he gave great feasts with delicious food and good wine for his new friends. He thought he was having a wonderful time and enjoyed his expensive lifestyle, but soon he had spent all his what?
Money.
His new friends had left him, and everything he had, even his fine clothes, were sold to pay his debts. He wandered the city streets dressed in rags, begging for something to eat, but there had been bad harvests and there was a shortage of food. No one had any to spare, and he had to go hungry. At last, he got work looking after a man's pigs in the field. Sometimes he was so hungry he was tempted to eat the pig's food. One day he was watching the pigs. He thought, "My father's servants always have plenty to eat while I'm nearly starving to death. I'll go home and beg my father to forgive me for what I've done. I'm not worthy to be called his son anymore, but I'll ask him to let me be one of his servants." After a long, weary journey, the son reached his home, tired, dirty, and wearing rags. While he was still some way from the house, his father saw him coming. He felt very sorry for his son and ran to meet him. He threw his arms around his son and hugged him. "Forgive me, father. I've been very foolish," said the son. "I don't deserve to be your son anymore. Please let me be one of your servants." The father took his son home. He told his servants to bring new clothes and shoes for his son. "Tonight we'll have a feast. We'll eat and be married. I thought my son was dead, but he is alive. I thought he was lost, but he has been found." Out in the fields, the elder son heard the sound of laughter, music, and dancing. He walked back to the house and asked one of the servants what it was all about. "Your brother has come home," replied the servant. "Your father is giving a feast with music and dancing because he is so pleased to see his son again." The elder son was very angry and refused to go into the house. His father came out and asked him to come in. "I've worked hard for you all these years. I've always done what you asked me, but you've never given me anything, not even a party for me and my friends," shouted the son. "But as soon as my brother comes home, having taken and wasted half of your money, you order a great feast for him." "My son," said the father, "you are always with me and everything I have is yours. Please try to understand. I thought your brother was lost or dead. Now I'm so happy and want to celebrate that he has come home alive and well." Now, what does that story tell us? That it's never too late to come home, and it's never too late to turn back to Jesus. If you make some foolish choices and you do some stupid things, God will always forgive you, and you can always get back in his arms, and he will forgive you and love you, and you can get back on the right track.
Leon's kind of
Right, baby? I know you love her. She's a sweet girl. Yes, she's a sweet girl. Yes, she is. That thing is so rotten, y'all. I never thought we needed a lizard till we got her. Rotten. All right. So those are the stories. All right, guys. So, Vision on a Mountain and the Prodigal Son. All right. We love y'all, and I hope everybody has a great night. Tomorrow night, we'll do On the Road to Jericho. And that's where we'll pick up at. Where's my little bookmark, baby?
Rihanna loves me.
I know she does. My little library clip. Look at there.
Are we going to do a storybook after this?
Okay, we love y'all. Tell them night night.
Night night.
JC Poo, tell them night night.
Night night.
Say night night. Stop.
Night.
All right, love y'all.